our new place is, let's just say, could be a little bit challenging because the road network that leads to it could be a little bit challenging to navigate in heavy snow. And we don't get a ton of snow in Vancouver, but for the last 5-10 years, pretty much every year, we've gotten at least one significant dump of snow that grinds the whole city to a halt unless you have a very capable vehicle and snow tires or chains. And not being able to get in and out of my neighborhood is a bit of a problem for me. So I started to explore vehicle alternatives to our Honda Odyssey.
Okay, yeah.
Toyota's latest version of the Sienna, their minivan, actually has it's a hybrid, but it's weird. It's like kind of in between a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid in that you do not plug it in, but it can run on pure electric for very short periods.
Interesting.
Very strange.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, but it's a hybrid, not a plug-in hybrid. But what it does have is it has electric motor assisted selective all-wheel drive. So if it detects a need for all-wheel drive, it can actually go into all-wheel drive mode, which would be great for being able, and not only that, but we've taken up skiing with the kids and getting up and down the mountain. I'd be a little more confident in an all-wheel drive vehicle, but I am not ready to give up that minivan life because sliding doors, man, trust me, okay? When you're a dad, you want doors that go like this, okay? Not like this, like this.
Yeah, can you manually go into all-wheel drive as well, or is it just automatic?
I don't know, but it's definitely better than
not being able to do it at all.
Not at all.
Sure, okay.
Brutal George in Twitch chat says snow tires greater than all-wheel drive. Absolutely, we do that too. But snow both tires plus all-wheel drive, definitely a thing to do. So I went to the Toyota dealership. I knew that I was, there isn't a single Toyota dealership. I called literally all of them. It's like there's like 9 of them in the Lower Mainland. Not a single one had a 2022 Odyssey on the lot. Not for sale, even on the lot, physically on the lot. Nothing, not a single one. So that's hilarious. Number 2, when I went in, I was already aware of this, but I was told that it is anywhere from a 6 to 8 month wait, if you get lucky, to a 2-year wait for the top tier model, which conveniently wasn't the one I wanted anyway. And get this, the sales guy, and he really like had no reason to lie to me about this because he's like, yeah, you're going to be waiting a very long time. So I understand if you don't want to. I had someone call in earlier and they canceled their reservation because they bought a last year's model used for $10,000 over MSRP sticker price.
Oh.
Vehicle scalping. Oh. That's the new meta. Okay? That's what we've come to. Vehicle scalping. Imagine like, what timeline is this where you drive off the dealer's lot and your car appreciates 10 grand?
It's weird, man.
Get this. It gets worse.
I went to go drive my girlfriend's car the other day, and
Prius Prime.
She expressed concern because if I crashed it or whatever, and I was like, if I crash, it'd be my fault. Like I'm not going to just like leave you to try to figure out getting a new car when it's my fault. And she's like, no, I'm not worried about that. You wouldn't be able to get one. And I was like, oh.
So when I went shopping for the car for my aunt and uncle, they settled on the Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid. Okay. And because I told them, I was like, look, I know you're not comfortable going full electric like Yvonne's parents, because we did cars for both of them. They've both done so much for us over the years, and it really felt like it was just the right thing to do. Both of them have done so much childcare. They'll go shopping. They'll spend $400 on groceries for us, like load us up on, school lunch stuff and everything we need, and they'll like not take money from us. So it was time to give back. Anyway, the point is, I told them, look, I understand if you're not comfortable going full electric, if you're kind of not ready for that paradigm shift yet, but trust me, you want something plug-in hybrid, I'm not going to let you buy something that's just gas. And I had some people who were quite critical of the way that I ultimately steered them, and that they steered themselves. Like we went to see a lot of different options, full electric and plug-in hybrid, and they settled on the Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid. And people were like, "Oh, Mitsubishi." I tell you what, right now they are laughing with gas prices being what they are. And get this, at the Toyota dealership, morbid curiosity. I asked, because this was one of the other vehicles they were considering waiting for and they were looking at. I asked, what's the lead time on the RAV4 Prime? Guess.
1.5 years.
Oh, you're not even close,
like
Mr. Lafreniere.
I'm way too low?
Oh, you're way too low.
Like 3 years?
3 to 5 years.
3 to 4? Now, what the heck?
Now, I don't think that it will actually take 5 years.
That seems like it was long enough that they were just like, whatever. Just make it a really big number so that people are either buckled in for the extreme long term or just not at all. Yeah.
Or they just won't get on the list because we do not need more people on this list.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Whew.
Yeah. Can you imagine making your car purchasing decision 5 years in advance? Literally, hypercars do not have lead times like that. I'm serious.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So both my aunt and uncle and Yvonne's parents, my in-laws, their cars, the Model Y and the Outlander plug-in hybrid, if they were to turn around and sell them today, they're worth more than what they paid. I think Brandon was saying his Model X that he bought like 4 years ago or whatever, he saw one on Facebook Marketplace that is like almost exactly what he paid for it.
Oh my goodness.
Right? With similar mileage.
That's insane.
It's insane right now.
I wonder how long this is going to last for. Because like I've seen pictures a long time ago of like a whole bunch of, I don't know if, I think they're F-150s, but it was some type of Ford truck.
Yeah.
There was just fields of them. And they weren't able to be sold because they were fully built except for certain electronics.
Yeah.
And so like are they going to get a big windfall of those electronics and then be able to sell these things, or like what's actually going to happen? I don't know. It's been rough.
I don't know, man.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
But like, if this keeps going for a lot, it was the F-150 and the Explorer. Okay. If this keeps going for much longer, like it's just going to get worse, especially with the gas prices going how they are and stuff like that. People are going to want to file into the electric field. And then there's even lower production for that overall.
Yep.
So it's just, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be a freaking mess. I mean, my Volt's worth almost what I paid for it. And I bought that thing like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
I have put tens of thousands of miles on it, and it's still worth pretty much what I paid. That's crazy, man. If Chevy was still making the Volt, they would be.
I wish they were
killing it. Right now.
Yeah.
They would be killing it.
Do you think it was just like before its time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said that at the time.
Yeah.
When I did the review of it, I was so bullish on it. I was so positive because it's got so much of the benefit of ICE, which is that you could just go on a road trip, spur of the moment, you fuel up in seconds. It's an ICE car, effectively, but it's got so much of the benefit of an electric car. Off the line, you get that immediate response. You go
short distances or cents basically.
Between 70 and 100 kilometers on full electric before you even have to turn on the gasoline engine.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of an amazing car. And even when your battery is depleted, you'll still get regenerative braking. It'll still operate as a hybrid. Your fuel economy is like crazy good.
Yeah.
And it drives me so... No, I don't drive a Bolt, a Volt with the V. That was such stupid branding.
That was rough. Yep.
Yeah, I loved the Volt. Just sucks. And you don't need as much lithium to build them. So you don't have to do as much damaging lithium mining per number of cars that you're building.
Because you don't have to build in this gigantic range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love the idea of hybrids, and I know Canada has announced like they want 100% EV sales by, I think it's like 2035. This isn't in the doc, so I might get something slightly wrong. And they have like percentage targets moving up to that date and all this kind of stuff. And I was looking at that, being like, yeah, like EVs sound really good. That's a lot of production overhaul to finish. And I know it's okay, 15 years, whatever. It's still a lot of production overhaul to finish.
Yeah.
fully re-kitting entire factories is really expensive and really time-consuming.
And never mind the factories. Where's all that lithium going to come from?
Where's all the lithium coming from?
I know there's other battery technologies coming up, but I haven't seen anything else actually going into production, right?
Battery tech takes a long time to actually get in the field.
I was reading about how the copper mining industry, figures they need something like $100 billion with a B worth of investment to meet the growing demand for the next 8 years or something like that.
Wow.
Like, it's not trivial. You don't just, today
we want to do this now.
We'd like to have twice as much copper than yesterday. But it doesn't work like that. These are projects that need to be started with 5-year roadmaps to regulatory approvals and build out and completion until they're actually online, right? It's not trivial.
Yeah. But I was reading that, kind of looking at it, just hoping, but I don't think so, that they're actually including plug-in hybrids with that. But I don't think they are. I think they want pure EVs. And I'm like, that doesn't seem great. I'm far more interested in a plug-in hybrid. I don't know.
Me too. I love it.
If I was buying a car right now, I would be aiming at a plug-in hybrid.
Yeah, when I was telling Luke, I was thinking of getting myself like something stupid, get a Taycan, or remember the crazy hypercar we talked about? Yeah. It had the Navara. The name's easy to remember because it's pretty close to what my wife said to me when I asked if I could have one.
That's pretty good.
So Luke was like, "Hey, are you getting rid of your Volt?"
Yeah. It's interesting. The only reason why I didn't really is that I just drive so infrequently.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's what the Volt's perfect for.
That's true.
The maintenance is like way less. You don't spin up that gasoline engine except
I just wasn't sure how much I'd have to pay. Like if I sell my car and buy that one, like how much is that loss and blah blah blah.
Yeah, there's taxation and all that ugly stuff. Chasing Soul says Rimac never gonna have one. Yeah, pretty much. I hear ya. Hey, is it not fun to dream though? You know how much that thing goes for?
Too much.
2 million euro.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to Secret Lab for sponsoring this week's clips. Secret Lab chairs are engineered to keep you comfy, and with up to 5 years of warranty and a 49-day return policy, you're covered if anything goes wrong. Head to the link in the description to get your Secret Lab chair today.